Hi guys, it's Bunny and welcome to today's video and welcome to another WWE reaction. In this video, I will be reacting to 10 things you didn't know about WWE Royal Rumble. By the time you are watching this video, probably I have already uploaded my Royal Rumble 2024 live reaction on my Patreon, patreon.com/supportbunny. Alright, this video is by What Culture Wrestling. If you're interested in checking out the original video, go and head there. But if you are interested in checking out my reaction, stick around.
It is Royal Rumble time. Unless you're watching this in July, and you've got to wait ages. Just pick your favorite and pretend it's January. It is the best time of the year, though, so do get ready to impress your friends with trivia. Because, here's 10 things you didn't know about the Royal Rumble.
But what if I did?
Vince McMahon thought it was stupid. Yep, when right-hand man Pat Patterson pitched the idea of 30 men being thrown over the top rope, Vince McMahon rolled his eyes and thought that sounded awful. During a meeting with NBC head honcho Dick Ebersol.
Imagine if he said no and passed the opportunity to have a... Imagine we didn't have a Royal Rumble. Like, what? It's so fun!
Though, McMahon needed an idea to present for a TV special, so told Pat to run with it. Vince was convinced it would be the death knell to all of this and we could move on, but no. Ebersol thought this sounded most fun, and the Royal Rumble was officially greenlit. Now, the main reason Dick liked it was due to the entrance format. He assumed viewers wouldn't change the channel if a new superstar was about to walk to the ring. And damn it, he was right. It didn't take long to get rocking and rolling either, because by 1989 it had become its own pay-per-view, and we know the rest. We've talked about it, it's the flipping best, and that rhymed. Number 9, the first Rumble had 12 entrants. Because again, this was a proof of concept, we were figuring things out. This is why while 1988 has long been seen as the official debut, the WWF did try one out on a house show with 12 wrestlers, as the one-man gang became the last man standing. There were barely any recognizable names in it either. The Junkyard Dog did make it to the last 2. And do you know what gang got for winning? Nothing.
Oh, that's not, no.
48 hours.
No. You can't do that. There always has to be high stakes, high reward. You know, like that's why you want to see the win, because you know something else is happening after. Like just to win out of winning, that's like a skimmish kind of type of play. Like, no.
We tried again, this time with 10 people, so clearly we didn't have a clue. Although really, that just sounds to me like Pat Patterson had the last laugh. His original concept was the right call. Number 8, there were 5 other non-pay-per-view Rumbles. So we are moving away from non-televised live events now, because on 5 occasions, WWE decided to see what mileage they could get out of a Rumble and put it on free-to-air programming. Randomly, there was a tag team version on Raw in June 1998, which is a mess as 20 people only had 10 minutes. Then come January 1999, we tried again. This time it was a 10-man with another 15-person version coming on SmackDown in 2004. There was also a mini 6-man Rumble back on Raw in 2008, and in 2011 it went all weird as 7 humans entered, with Jerry Lawler winning to get a world title shot against The Miz. What? It's probably best we don't do this again, and it has been over a decade. Just save it for the big show. And no, I don't mean that guy. WWE loves changing its rules. And long may this continue. Nothing makes me happier than the stupid rules.
Especially you guys, like right now that I'm watching Royal Rumble, and this is my first type of WWE matches that I'm into. I still don't know the rules of WrestleMania or anything like that, or Hell in a Cell. But with Royal Rumble, every time there is something new happening, and I'm questioning, like, is that even allowed? And I am sure you guys 100% during the 2024 one, I will be asking the chat the whole time, guys, is that even allowed? Like, how did they do that? Like, no, that should not be allowed, and stuff like that.
WWE has created for the Royal Rumble. It's wrestling.
And they break them. And how to break them,
is this idea
people like to break the rules.
If you've been eliminated, you can still throw other people out. The reason it has become so ridiculous, though, is let's go back to 1996. Vader had been chucked over the top rope and returned to press slam Shawn Michaels to the floor when WWE officials decided, nope, it doesn't count. Sid Justice must have been losing it, however, because back in 1992, Hulk Hogan had done that to him and no one cared. The same way Finley must have felt in 2008. He got disqualified for using weapons, even though we'd been told that was fair game in the Rumble.
Listen, you say it's fair game in the Rumble. I watched the men's 2024 Royal Rumble. I don't remember who was it, but he entered with a guitar and he hit Gunther's back with it. That is a weapon. Everything can be a weapon. And then hit to the women's Royal Rumble 2024. I think Io Sky was coming in. No. It was another girl with a staff, like an actual weapon. And the referee took it away from her and he said, no, you're not allowed to enter with it. And I'm like, wait, but the guy with the guitar was allowed to enter and now you're not? What do you mean? Like, you can just change your rules the whole time. I want to see somebody be, you know, just a bit, like not a lot, but like it would be entertaining if it's a thing. Imagine so many chairs, like 12 chairs in the arena. Okay, that's maybe too much. Maybe one weapon would be allowed at a time.
What is going on? The Macho Man Randy Savage also helped with this because, of course, in '92, he had accidentally eliminated himself when he leapt over the top rope. I think he just forgot. So it could change tomorrow, but at the moment you can't do that.
That's one thing I learned. The top one, eliminated. Lower one, no.
That's staying a rule. Number 6, an AEW star has some history. Ever since Jeff Jarrett joined AEW, he has been great. It was quite the surprise and a nice reminder, always let things play out. I'm just happy he's around. It rounded off quite the mini run for Jeff, because back in 2019, he was a surprise in the Rumble, and while seemingly just there for a spot of fun, there's actually more to this. Because if we look into the dates, his last Rumble was in 1999, meaning there was a whopping 20 years between appearances. You won't be surprised to hear that is a record, and I don't know who beats that. 2 decades? Not gonna happen. Hacksaw Jim Duggan did hold this record for a while as well at 17 years, so yeah. If it does go down, it'll be quite the surprise. Maybe Roman Reigns turns up in 2044. Number 5, imagine. John Madden was.
Oh my God! And imagine I watched that event live. How old would I be then? Ancient, brother, ancient.
For whatever reason, Vince McMahon decided the 1994 Royal Rumble needed some extra pizzazz to it. Someone mentioned that legendary NFL commentator John Madden was between jobs. Bam. They instantly reached out to him, and as I'm sure you can figure out, he said no. John didn't think he'd be able to get the right tone across. He didn't watch that much wrestling. According to Bruce Pritchard on his podcast, McMahon really pushed for this, but when no amount of money would do the job, he set on Ted DiBiase instead. Turned out that was an error. Because very strangely, the $1 Million Man just couldn't get it together, meaning when you do break it down, John Madden would have likely done a better job. What a world we are living in. Number 4, Mil Maracus refused to be eliminated.
Mascaras.
Which is amazing, really.
Maracus,
that
Mascaras,
is the whole point of the match.
He wrote it
so if you're not going to go over the top rope, you're going to win. Maybe this was Mil Maracus' hope. Either way, the legendary luchador was entered in the 1997 version along with a bunch of Mexican stars, as the WWF tried to appeal to a wider audience. I don't think anyone thought someone like Mil would come in and protect their star status, though. But he did. It would simply look terrible for him to go back home after failing, which triggered a huge back and forth. And what was the result? Well, Maracus can just go get rid of himself. This is why Mil just climbs to the top rope and throws himself to the outside onto somebody else, because we were mucking around with the rules again, and here, this said he was done. Do you want to know the best bit, though? If you do watch it now, Maracus actually climbed through the middle rope before his hurl, so technically, he is still in the thing. Justice for Mil. He was never asked back again. Number 3, the 2000 show ruined a UK.
Imagine. But come on, like, if you change the rules, you cannot retroactively go back in time and, like, change it again and, like... It starts becoming effective from the day it becomes active.
A relationship. I remember this.
What was it? I didn't even read it.
Back again. Number 3, the
2000
show ruined a UK relationship. I remember this. I was but a boy, but I saw it play out in real time. It was super exciting if you were living in the United Kingdom too, because WWE had struck a deal with Channel 4 to air the pay-per-views for free. I didn't have any money back then, so this rules. It turned out Life didn't agree with this, however, because, man, we could not have picked a worse event to show. Now, if you don't know, the 2000 Rumble is nuts. Mae Young get naked for some reason. The violence is off the charts. Triple H and Cactus Jack tried to kill each other. Clearly, Channel 4 execs were not expecting this, so when we got to Backlash, they included a 50-minute delay so they could edit out any similar content. That's mad. It meant this relationship didn't last that long, although really, why didn't someone from Channel 4 just watch any episode of Raw? It wouldn't have taken that long to figure it out. Number 2, Maven was drunk for his big moment, or tipsy at the very least. It has stood the test of time, as Maven eliminating The Undertaker from the 2002 Royal Rumble is still a talking point today. We should probably chat more about the horrendous chair shots he then suffered from the dead man.
Ooh.
That's a different video for a different day. As the Tough Enough winner revealed recently on his very good YouTube channel, though, he walked into this after having a few drinks. Now, this wasn't him being unprofessional or anything like that, and instead Maven found Taker beforehand so they could walk through it all. The rookie was also desperate to do a good job, so wanted the planned blood to flow freely. When the Phenom suggested he took an aspirin to help with that, they hit a snag. Maven was allergic. Ruh-roh. The Undertaker knew how to deal with that too, though, so he busted out some whiskey, and while he was able to smash these, clearly it was different for Maven, so yup, he walked to the ring feeling a little buzzed. In hindsight, maybe this was for the best, because yeah, man,
oh my
those chair
God.
shots, still not over them 20 years later. Number 1, Randy Orton's Unwanted record. I doubt Randy Orton cares about this. The man has become one of the biggest stars in modern day WWE, earned a ton of cash, and will go into the Hall of Fame. He has smashed it. If we do go back to the 2021 Royal Rumble, though, which was won by Edge, you may remember him and Randy were in there for ages. I think the official time was 58 minutes and 30 seconds. That's a long-ass run. What sort of slipped under the radar, though, is that Orton eliminated nobody. That's right. It means he is officially the person who has spent the longest time in a Rumble without throwing one guy out of there. And I know there is an asterisk as he was out of the thing for ages after a brawl with the Rated R superstar. But still, you can't argue with numbers, and you can't argue with maths. Even Edge during this time was only able to hurl out Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, and the Viper himself, which also ain't great. He does get away with it, mind, because it was still better than Randy. If you did enjoy that, please click the video on the screen right now.
I really enjoyed it, and I truly didn't know any of these.
Which you usually get if you are a surprise in the Royal Rumble. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Yeah. Have a good day and goodbye to you too. That was really fun. I didn't know a lot of these things. I did know about the Vince McMahon passing on the Royal Rumble a bit. Like I heard something about it, but I wasn't sure until I watched this video. And yeah, and the rules keep changing. That is so true. I know, it's terrible. Oh my God, I keep like literally shaking my table and it shakes the camera. I'm sorry. Like the whole time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I apologize for the echo and the state of my background, but it's gonna be a while until I settle in and put everything together. But that is it. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!